Well, you too. Mantis is valuable. Should have been made this, but Mantis is valuable. Don't tell me she's not when she's valuable. Now, let me explain. This video today is about the Mantis, right? Because people seem to think she's not viable in the 2 support, or you can't use her in 2 support. You can't use her in 2 support. Well, I got news for you, buddy. You can use her in a 2 support. You just gotta know how to use her in a 2 support. Of course, your other healer is gonna be a bit of a lacker if they're not helping the team in the right situation. So the situation is gonna seem like it's a Mantis problem, but I promise you, it's not a Mantis problem at all. So after they added team ups after the update a while back, of course now with the Starlord team up, which really helps Mantis a lot. Don't use the Adam Warlock team up. You really don't need to put yourself through that, okay? If you want to just come back and have the soul bond, sure. You know, if you want to have to play angles more than usual, sure. If you already felt like you've mastered, you don't need the Starlord team up, sure. Use the Adam Warlock. That's when I'll be like, you know what, go ahead, because then it's like worth it. Because there's times where you can you can use the Adam Warlock team up and come back, but really you want to use the Starlord team up. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just better. You know, it's just more beneficial to the team, and more people have like a better chance to use a Starlord than Adam Warlock. So most likely you might even have a Starlord on your team to help your team up as well. The point is, Mantis is now viable in the 2 support. Regardless, it took a lot of skill to have to use her before this in a 2 support, which it was still possible, but it took a lot more effort than now to use her in a 2 support. Now it's way less effort. You can use her in a 2 support and run it just fine. But here's the thing: if your team is very bad, right, and let's just say, and I have to explain this concept to people because I don't think they understand the concept of how this works. Now, if your team is very bad, yes, people like to say, Mantis with passive heals. Okay, now let me put this in perspective for you. Because I have to explain this every single time, alright? And I've explained this before in a different occasion, but I have to explain this right now. If your team is taking damage, Mantis has 2 leaves that she can use on a DPS. Sometimes it's 1 to 2 leaves can fully heal that DPS, right? The same like how a different healer like an Invis, a Cloak, or whoever else you want to say, a Luna, it takes them like like a Luna, it takes them like 2 to 3 hand claps, you know what I'm saying, to heal somebody up. Or a Cloak, it might take them like 2, 3 or 4 hits to heal up a DPS. Same thing with Invis, 2 to 3 hits. It takes Mantis 2 leaves. And then if you're getting your criticals, it's no different. So the concept of oh my gosh, passive heal, you heal the DPS at the same rate. Same with the heal, they both get healed at the same rate. The only person that takes longer to heal, and it's not all tanks, it's specific tanks. Like you can heal a Emma up pretty fast with the Mantis. You can heal Cap up to a good amount, but it's people like Dino where it's like those take time. But it also takes time for people like CNDs, which are cloaks and daggers, Invis. It takes them time too. The only 2 people I could think, or 3 people I could think of that could heal a Dino up at a pretty okay or good rate is Loki, Jubilee, and Jeff. Those are the only like 3 people, and even then it still takes time, because imagine fighting a battle, you have a downer that's taking massive damage. That you're fighting, that's like health fighting right there, you know what I'm saying? So you talk about passive heals. Mantis heals at the same rate of other heals, in the same way, even when they're taking damage at the same rate. The only difference is she's more restricted due to leaves, but that comes back to criticals. So if I'm playing Mantis and I'm hitting critical shots, let's say, and there's a secret to this too when there's a dino on the other team. By the way, if you, and I hate giving, I don't want to be the one. I just told you gotta hit criticals. If you have a dino, that is the best. Look, that is the best time to have a Mantis. If there's a dino on the other team, that is the best time for your team to have a Mantis. The reason why, because you're gonna farm the hell out of him. And if you can't farm, first of all, if there's a thing on that team, a dino, anyone that has a huge gap, I don't know how to explain that, but a huge gap, but anyone that has a good box for that critical, which are the dinos, and thing is pretty easy too, but dino is very, very easy because he got a big ass head. But you can farm the hell out of dino, right? And look, once you're farming dino with a Mantis, and I'm not saying it's just for dino, you can do it with anybody. If you have really, really, really good aim, you can do it with almost any tank. Really, really good. I'm just saying this is for the people that like don't have as much aim. Dino is the easiest thing to farm, but usually I try to do it with any tank. I do it with Venoms. I do it with things. I do it with Strange. It just depends on who it is and how they're playing. It's harder to do it on people like the Hood these days, because he does a lot of move. Like he does too much. Like he has too much cloak abilities. Like he try to avoid it a lot. But it's just to say, bro, like you can play Mantis in a 2 support perfectly fine. It's only me and a Rocket this game. Kyo, it's only me and a Rocket, bro. There was nothing else out there. It's not no triple support. You don't need to play 3 support with the Mantis now. You don't, bro. Critical hits is the same, bro. If I'm getting critical hits, what? I'm the same as a regular healer. And even if I'm not, let me explain. Even if I'm not getting a lot of critical hits, let's say I get like maybe a little bit, I can heal up a person at the same rate. I'm not saying you're gonna save everybody, because no healer is saving every healer. It's not saving everybody. Now you try your best, of course. Even when you have a lot of restrictions, or you don't have no restrictions with those other healers, you're not saving everybody. But it's just to say that Mantis can do the same type of healing as others. And actually, I would say Mantis can actually help your team almost better than other healers. The reason why, she might be restricted to leaves, yes, but the way how she does help your other team is it's easier for her to work around, like with people. Now you have to understand, CND might be the most OP healer in this game as we speak, from both team ups. Annoying, both team ups are annoying, but understand, a Mantis is probably one of the healers that could easily keep up with the CND. And that sounds crazy. And I say keep up in the sense of like healing, just on that level. Mantis already, people think Mantis is on there for the damage boost. No, bro, like you guys are missing the concept, bro. It's not about just the passive heals, bro. Like I explained earlier, not too long ago. And by the way, this all I did, I honestly thought we had game. I honestly thought we had game. The first one, not this one, but the first one I did before we was at the spot. I honestly thought we had game. And then that's when I was like, you know what, let me just do it, because it was gonna go to waste anyway, so I might as well just ult. It's not like I'm gonna keep it, but because this is a comp game. Anyways, the point is, when you use a Mantis, bro, like she's gonna heal at a 2 leaf with DPS heals. Tanks might take 2, maybe 3. If it's Dino, you might need all 4. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might need all 4. For a Dino, you're gonna need all 4. You're gonna need all 4. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? If it's an Emma, you can get away with 2 at Emma. I can sit here and name a lot of tanks that you can get away with just using 2 leaves with, or 3 leaves at most. Only person that's gonna require more is Dino, for real. Hood is easy to heal too. He doesn't take a lot of work. Even when you're taking damage, it doesn't take a lot of work to heal him. And you got to remember, the best part about this is people, like, when you have a Venom on your team, which I hate playing with Venoms, that's why I can't use Jubilee, like, because once, like, I'm using Jubilee, I can't, like, Venoms like to run, so that's why I'm like, okay, well, why not Mantis, right? Mantis work better for them, right? Because they like to swing away. Venoms ain't sticking around. They're gonna swing away. So when you have a Venom on your team, bam, 2-3 leaves, let him go on his way. He'll figure it out. I'm telling you, don't try to keep healing him up to full. He's gonna start hitting them walls. He's gonna start climbing all the. It's just to say, bro, you can run Mantis in a 2 support. It takes skill to be good with Mantis, yes, but you can do it. You can do it, bro. It's not hard. It's not hard. She's hard to use, yes, because the restrictions, the limitations, but it's not hard to do. And stop doubting a Mantis in a 2 support. She's a viable character. I'm not here to give you guys this tutorial on how to use. This is not a tutorial. This is just me explaining how that she's viable. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand this. People always want to give this, why you gotta use the Mantis, bro? She's not viable. She's useless. You guys are. That's not knowledge. You guys are lacking the knowledge of this game if you think Mantis is useless in any form or way. It's the complete opposite. She is actually far from useless. I would actually recommend you ban her. Like, she need to be in your top bans. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're not banning the Mantis and she come out here and she give you numbers, that's it. You're losing this game. You're losing it. You can single-handedly lose a game because of a Mantis on the other team. I'm not lying to you. A good Mantis that knows what they're doing, you will single-handedly lose the game because of a Mantis. You could talk about her ults. Yeah, her ults is not as good as the other. See, bro, if your team moves accordingly with her ult, you are gonna fry the other team. There is no, you're gonna fry them. If your team is not in sync, you're not gonna fry them. But understand this, bro. Mantis can be very, very viable. It doesn't make. There's only 2 situations where it won't look like that. If the other team doesn't help, if your team doesn't help, your other support doesn't help you out and let you die, then it doesn't seem like you're being useful, Mantis. But that comes back to your other support not helping you. But that's pretty much what I wanted to explain to you guys. You saw I got MVP, I Ace of Mantis, and you can see they surrendered, bro. Look what I did. It was look at see it, like, look. What are we talking about, man? Sub the video, like, man, and check my next one because I just showed y'all the knowledge, bro.